Okay, so I've done a bunch of pistols and maybe a pistol caliber carbine or so. I figured it was time we get into rifles. Today, this is my M16A1 clone. This is H&R receiver set with a Fulton Armory barrel, a microbus bolt carrier group, and an original Colt furniture set and Universal Industries magazine. I'll show you that in a minute. Vietnam era stuff. Got a sling from Garand Gear. I picked this because it will stand in for pretty much any AR-15, from your M&P Sports to your FN-15s to your M16A2, A4, M4, URGI, all of that. They all disassemble pretty much exactly the same way for a field strip. Today, I chose this one because it looks nice. I figured it would look nice on the camera. So let's start out. We're going to do what we normally do, take the magazine out, and like I said, this is a Universal Industries original Vietnam era magazine. Just thought that was kind of cool. Set that aside. You're going to lift your gun up here, depress this lever, and pull back. Look down into the chamber. There's no brass. Look down into the mag well. There's no brass. That's good. It is now completely cleared. Now, the next step is you're going to press on this pin here. You just depress it and just push it right through. You may need to use the tip of a bullet. You may need to use a little punch and a hammer. Just do what you got to do. It may have to be forced. Sometimes these uppers and lowers are tightly fit to each other. For mine, it's pretty nicely fit. I just grab it and pull it through. Now, you can disassemble this upper further and take it off of this pivot. This is called the pivot pin. You can disassemble further. There's no need to for a field strip, though. You can leave it just like this. So next, you're going to do the same thing. Grab the charging handle and pull out. You can leave it right here, grab the tail of the bolt, and just pull it free. Now, the charging handle comes out. You just pull backwards and kind of wiggle around and you'll find it. It'll just fall out through a slot in the upper. And I will actually demonstrate that. I'll show you on camera what that looks like. There is a little cutout right in there, which you could see if the camera would focus. Anyway, there's a little divot in the rail up there in the receiver where this notch cutout slides in. Pretty easy to get it out. Getting it in is a little harder. Now, since I've already got that disassembled, this is the final part for your field strip. You're going to depress this buffer slightly and press down on this pin that retains the buffer. This is called your buffer retainer. Depress it. You can use the tip of a punch. I don't suggest you use the base of a bullet, but I suppose you could. Now, for that part, it will kind of get stuck in this position. Push back on it and depress your hammer slightly and rotate the buffer until it slips free. And it'll come right out. And that is all you have to do to field strip. Now, some people are going to argue that you need to disassemble this for a field strip. You do not have to disassemble this for a field strip. Most of what you need for your average cleaning session is to just take a little lubricant and spray it in this spot, spray it in this spot, put some on the bolt stem, rack it back and forth a few times, and just hose it out, put it back together. I will be going over how to disassemble this in the very next video because I'm going to wipe this clean so I don't get my entire elbow, my whole hand up to my elbows filthy. AR-15s like to be run very well lubricated, and that lube likes to attract carbon. The gun will run thousands of rounds like this, but it is filthy, and I really don't want that all over me. It's already a little terrible. Now, for reassembly, we're going to take our spring and our buffer, push it back in. And like I said before, just depress the hammer like that. Push until you hear a click, like so, and it'll retain itself. Grab your upper, which is probably still attached to your gun. You're going to slip this charging handle in like this, and then press upwards until it slides into the slot, like so. Just press upwards and push in, and it will go into the slot, and it'll close. Next, pull your charging handle back slightly, not all the way. Take your bolt and extend this bolt head. It cannot go in like this. It needs to be extended. A trick for that is you can take it and just flick pretty hard, and that'll pop it back out. I like to do that right before I put it in the gun. But anyway, you need to slide this part, the gas key, into the channel on the charging handle. So that looks like this. You just push it up into the charging handle slot and push it into the upper. Then you just push forward until it clicks. It'll all snap back into place. Rotate your lower and upper back together. Depress the pin, and that is done. You can then do your function check. That should be on safe. This should be on fire. The trigger should reset. And if I'm holding the trigger and put the safety on, it should not fire. Cool. So that is done. That is how to disassemble an AR-15 and reassemble it. Like I said, I will be doing the bolt in the next video if you do require going down that far. But for the most part, you don't generally have to do that except maybe every couple thousand rounds. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.